Welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show, where we talk about food, fashion, finance, and foundations of life. We are live on KCAA Broadcasting Network, 10:50 a.m., following broadcasts in 102.3 FM and 106.5 FM. We are serving the world one household at a time. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Connect, and Yeater Peak Performance Coaching.
Welcome back to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show with your host, Kim Yeater. This has been an incredible day. We are talking faith. We're talking family. We are talking fitness, mind, body, soul transformation. This is foundation. We've got a very special guest up right now. I want to say thank you again to Mike Ruthenberg, who just joined us in the house with us. In the house. Actually, she's in the house in her car. We're calling her in, but let me tell you, she made herself available. Miss Tina Griffin. And for those of you who don't know her, you need to know her. She is counterculture mom. She is the former Hollywood actress, pop culture expert. Tina Griffin moved from her Wisconsin dairy farm to Hollywood, California, and earned a BA in film and television broadcasting from California State University, Los Angeles. She's traveled globally for the past 17 years, delivering her eye-opening show, Hollywood Exposed, explaining the real agenda behind the entertainment industry. Besides being in countless movies, Tina has worked on TV shows such as Jimmy Kimmel Live, Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives, Lizzie McGuire, Drake and Josh, Malcolm in the Middle, competing in the Miss America pageant, and worked at the Oscars. She's opened for bands such as Colton Dixon, Third Day, and Jeremy Camp. Tina gives regular pop culture updates on various radio shows like American Family Radio, and is the host of Hollywood Insider, featuring experts on critical topics such as cutting, suicide, bullying, harmful content on Netflix, online chat room dangers, teen apps, etc. When Tina isn't traveling like she is now and speaking, you'll find her blogging, cooking, schooling her 4 munchkins, or having a romantic date night with her husband, Luke. Tina Griffin, welcome to the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show.
Hey, thanks for having me. I've got to update what you just said. Shame on me. But also I realized I don't remember half the stuff you rattled off. I know that I'm married and I have 4 kids and I love exposing the lies. But thank you for that excellent intro. How you doing, woman?
You're so funny. I'm doing so great, and I am so excited to have you here. You know, Tina, I worked the back end of a podcast for one of my clients, Dolores Williams, who's leading our show next week for DW's View Stand Up. And that's how I got to meet you. And I got to hear your stand. And I'm like, why does this woman not live on my street? I do sprint triathlons with her. Man, we would play Stand for Truth.
Oh my gosh, you would get me in shape, and I would keep you updated with pop culture and Hollywood hogwash. And it would be a great combination.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so give me the lowdown. Family is so important to you. Tell me a little bit about that.
I think the biggest thing is when I was a teen, I gave my life to the Lord at the age of 16. And I remember telling the Lord, like I was talking, I was telling God what to do here. It's pretty funny. I basically said, I am not going to be a benchwarmer Christian. I'm willing to take a bullet for the cause. I grew up on a dairy farm in Pulaski, Wisconsin, and I said, wherever you want me to go, whatever you want me to do, I'm going to take my walk with you seriously. Have I been perfect? Absolutely not. But at the same time, I didn't want to be a fraud. I just really took my relationship with the Lord serious. I moved out to Hollywood when I was 20 years old against my parents' wishes. I mean, they prayed for me and said, what are you doing going 2,000 miles west? But I wanted to get involved with film and TV because I saw how powerful media, the influence it had over my generation. And that was 25 years ago. And I'm like, man, if we could get some of these celebrities saved and they knew the Lord, we would have positive lyrics. There would be no sex in movies, no drugs, no suicide, all of those depression-type behaviors, harmful behaviors, we could lower if I could just get out there and witness some of these celebrities and lead them to the Lord and invite them to church. And that's what I did. For 10 years, I went out to LA at the age of 20. I did film and TV. And I've actually been speaking out against pop culture and helping parents navigate media wisely, making wise media choices for their kids, having a healthy media diet now for 20 years. So it's actually been a little over 20 years that I've been doing that. And I'm very passionate about it because family is key. And our entertainment is one of the most powerful influencers in our culture today, because kids watch or listen to approximately 70 hours worth of entertainment a week, and they're in class, in school, hopefully homeschool at this point, for 40. And so if we can help our kids make wise choices as far as what video games and TV shows and movies and books and magazines and social media going in their brain, the best possible options that are godly, positive, uplifting, we're going to see a whole different culture today with our young people. I can guarantee parents, I tell them, you get them on a healthy media diet, you'll have less suicide, less depression, better clothing choices, less talking back, choosing to wait to have sex until they're married. So many things would happen for the positive in our families today if parents had the tools they needed to help their kids grow up on positive entertainment. And that's why we exist.
Okay, I love it. I love it. So what are some of these tools? You know, I'm a mama, I'm at home, I got kids, right? I'm in the midst of raising kids and trying to do the right thing. But boy, the only time I might get time by myself is if I put them on something on the TV or let them play their video games, and I'm too busy to maybe take a look at what they're looking at. What advice would you say? What tools can you give me?
Absolutely. Well, there's so many tools that I had to organize it properly for busy parents that would go nuts if they would see my laptop. I now have a team of 25 people. I existed as solo for about 18 years, where I was losing my hair and I was very unhealthy, and I'm not joking, I was, because I was traveling and speaking nonstop while taking my children in tow for a lot of these different events, traveling the globe, even other countries with interpreters, because I was so passionate about what I knew that God had me on that was literally wreaking havoc among our teens. And I wanted to help get America back on track. I wanted to help save families and help families. Well, about 2.5 years ago, I came back from an event, and maybe 3 years ago now, and I sat down with my husband. I said, here's what's going on. I'm now having parents crying, coming up to me, putting their hands around my neck and kind of shaking me lovingly, saying, if only I would have had this information 6 months earlier, my kid would still be alive. I'd have less depression in my home. I would have a kid with not cutting. If only I could have had this information faster, quicker. And so both of us looked at each other. We're sitting in my office, and we both said we needed an app. And we knew at the same time. It was insane. So we built the app. My husband pumped in a year of his time whenever he could put this together, $48,000 to build it by having someone else do it. And that app is so robust but so easily navigatable that I could give you 100 different resources right now, but for the sake of time, if people downloaded the Counterculture Mom app, and there's a premium section for $5 a month, and that goes to help cover our team. They can click on premium, but they get a ton of dirt. Now, it's a free app, but most of the parents love our pop culture alert section. It's our number one spot that's the most used on a daily basis, where we pump out on our team. We find out what Hollywood's going to pump out ahead of time for the most part. We pump out the upcoming movies, TV shows, video games, all of it that parents want to know that affects their kids. Not just negative, but positive entertainment. And then we pump it out as a notification, and the parents get about 3 or 4 notifications a day, and they just choose the ones they want to read. And I know people are busy, so we made this app where it's quickly readable. Within 2 minutes, they'll know the problem. They'll have a solution. And we include Counterculture Mom Challenge at the end, how to talk to your kids about it. We include videos, if people want to click on a video to get more information. We have a parent chat feature. So let's say Bob in Wisconsin has a 16-year-old son who's addicted to a certain harmful, violent video game, and he's over it. He tried talking to his kid how many times. He knows it's not a good game. He was alerted through the app. Well, he can put in his request in the bottom of the alert for whatever video game is in that alert, or go to the parent chat feature, ask his question, and let's say George in Washington, he got his son off of that nasty, violent video game. He got him into some positive options. Besides what our app offers, I want parents to connect with parents. We have to win our country back one family at a time. Those parents connect in that game or in that chat feature in our app, and we've seen parents who have gone through the trenches. They are now doing awesome with their kids with the issues they have, and then they're leading other parents through the same process because they know it works. And we've seen a lot of parents say, oh my gosh, finally not just an article online that I Google searched. We have personal relationships through the Counterculture Mom app that is solving a problem for their kids. And it's not just that, it's cutting, it's suicide issues, depression, dressing properly, or positive stuff. One family might say, we saw this movie, it's awesome, and they connect with another family in there. So there's so many neat features that are very organized in that app. And we have a team of, like I said, about 12 people just on our app that are making sure that we're ahead of the game so parents can have the power back in their hands to know what is coming out before their kids see the graphic violence, music videos, TV shows, playing the video games. A lot of times these kids grab onto stuff that's trendy because their friends have it. They don't know what they're going to see, and they see it. Now they have nightmares, or they start basing their worldview on the corrupt, literally at this point now, satanic agenda through entertainment. Not all of it's bad, but a majority of it now is completely satanic.
I got it. Taking our power back. That's what we have. You said something earlier too. So first off, Counterculture app, right? Counterculture Mom app.
Counterculture Mom app. They can get it at Google Play. They can get the iTunes store. They can download it. About half of it is free content. Tons of great info in there. We have featured educators. We've got a lot of great Save America. We have a newsletter about saving our country. And I heard your previous guest today about getting out there and voting. We have all the information in our app. And then to get premium, you will get the pop culture alerts, the parent chat feature, the trending news. They'll love it.
Yes,
They'll
so good, so good.
And they
So
can inform us.
Tina, you said doing it on your own. You said before you were doing this on your own, right? Your hair was falling out. You were traveling all over. So that is such an example of the parents that are doing it on their own, and they're finding themselves feeling powerless. And what I'm getting from this is we do not have to be on our own. We don't have to do it on our own. We don't have to be powerless. We can take our power back. So the Counterculture Mom app is a way for me to be tooled as a mom, to be able to support my kids, to have those conversations with my kids. Tina, thank you for putting the work in and providing the resources for us parents.
Hey, no worries. And I literally, the content that's in our app is coming from a lot of parents that want information. So the request we get, it tells us what parents are wanting. So it is very relatable. A lot of our alerts are popular because the parents are searching for that content. For example, we just put out a positive book honoring 9/11, and so we never forget 9/11 coming up September 11, 2001. Who can't forget? Everybody remembers that day where they were. Well, there's a book that just came out, 30,000 Stitches, a story about the national 9/11 flag. It's a phenomenal book. We have a short little alert on it, a link to where parents can get it so they can teach their kids about September 11, 2001, so we never forget it.
All right, you got it.
Big talk.
So good. Go to counterculturemom.com. Tina Griffin, thank you so much for joining us on the Fabulous Lifestyle Radio Show Foundation segment, and let's take back our families.
Amen.
Tina, you're a rock star. Safe travels home.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you soon.
You got it.
Stand by.
We are live on KCAA Broadcasting Network, 10:50 a.m., following broadcasts in 102.3 FM and 106.5 FM. We are serving over 5 million households in the Inland Empire, North County, San Diego, Orange County, and San Gabriel Valley. We are serving the world one household at a time. We are also in iHeart, Spotify, Tiki Live, Ustream, Apple, iTunes, and anywhere with your favorite podcast. KCAA is affiliated with CNBC, NBC News, and NBC Sports. We are sponsored by Sheltered Studios, Fire Up Connect, and Yeater Peak Performance Coaching.